Welcome back. Food prices still spiking despite inflation easing more than expected in the month of May compared to this time last year. We've seen a 6.7% spike in the price of groceries. A recent report warns that greedflation could in part be fueling this, accusing companies of leaving prices elevated on food and other consumer goods as their input costs actually begin to ease. Joining me right now is a man who would know, Gristedes and D'Agostino's food CEO. He is radio talk show host John Catsimatidis. John, great to see you. Welcome.
Always good to see you, Maria. And prices are remaining up right now. They've been going up because of the confusion. CEOs don't know which way to go. They don't know if they should zig or zag because of the leadership worldwide. The fact is, and me and you have talked about it, is oil was down to $68 a barrel 6 weeks ago. Then the Saudis and the Russians found a reason to bring it up to 80. Then everybody found out that they lied. It's back down to 68. And again, last Sunday, the Saudis tried to increase it. So food CEOs, what happens is, they don't want to take a chance on disappointing Wall Street. So until they trust what's going on in the White House, until they trust what's going on in the worldwide market, they're not going to lower the prices. And it's not their fault. Like any other CEO on Wall Street, they're scared of disappointing Wall Street. You know, I run a private company. I'm not scared of disappointing Wall Street because I run a private company. But CEOs that run public companies are scared to disappoint Wall Street because if you're off by a penny, guess what? You're going to be trashed.
Well, maybe, but John, let's face it, a year ago, inflation at the CPI level was all the way up to 9.1%. We're down to 4%, okay? It's time to cut prices because they're coming down on the consumer level, on the input level, and yet at the grocery level, at the cash register, people aren't feeling it. Now they want to blame people like you and the heads of these grocery stores for keeping prices elevated. Is this about greed?
Absolutely not. It's not the grocery stores. It's not the supermarkets. We reflect the prices that we buy it from the manufacturers. It's the manufacturers. It's the Procter & Gamble's of the world. They're the ones that set the pace. We make our normal margin. We make our normal margin to pay our employees, to pay our rents, to pay all our expenses. And traditionally, the supermarkets make 2-3%. And if you look at all the public statements, I don't think any supermarket chain is lighting the world on fire.
Okay.
It's the manufacturers that you have to address that to.
Well, how long is this going to go on? What do you expect in terms of inflation the rest of the year? Because you add on top of that the cost of retail crime. It's costing business nearly $100 billion. Lawmakers are now considering a federal response, introducing a bill aimed at stopping the resale of stolen merchandise, John. I mean, look, you saw Home Depot, Target, others all talk about shrink. What did they mean by shrink? Theft.
Maria.
All their products are getting stolen.
Yeah. All the Democratic cities, San Francisco, Chicago, they're rolling up the sidewalks, Maria. I mean, it's what's happening with this bail reform type stuff, and if you don't make the city safe, the exodus will continue. The inner city supermarkets are getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's the manufacturers to make the decision. They need confidence, Maria. They need confidence in the White House that they're not going to let the Russians and the OPEC countries, the Saudi Arabians, take control and bring oil back to $80, $90.
Yeah. Well, you always bring it right back to oil, which, of course, is the cost of transporting the food. Yes. No, I understand. Real quick before you go, one CNN CEO, Chris Licht, was out at CNN. You said you wanted to buy CNN. Why?
Well, CNN only has, what, 400,000 viewers every night in the United States, something like that, 400,000 or 500,000. I told them I will certify it. I'll have it up to 2 million in 1 year.
So you're still considering buying CNN then?
You know how confidential. Listen, I don't care about buying or joint ventures or anything like that.
Okay. What do you mean you don't care about it?
In other words, I'm not saying I have to buy it.
So you could do a joint venture. I gotcha. Okay. John, it's great to catch up with you. Lots of info there. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria, and have a great weekend.
All right. And to you, John Catsimatidis. I've got one important thing you need to know about ahead of next week. It's after this break.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.